Hi everyone, my name is Jesse Putnam. I'm an applications engineer at Hawk Ridge Systems, and today I'm going to be talking about how to manage drawing performance through system options and different open modes. So on my screen here, I have this pretty cool planetary gear system that I downloaded off of grabcad.com. The link to the file set is in the video description so that the creator gets credit, and you can play with this assembly if you'd like as well. The reason I chose it is because of its size. The assembly is about 45 megabytes total, made up of 17 assembly files and 43 parts. This is right around where I start to notice latency in my drawing performance. It also has a lot of detailed edge information, which makes those high quality views affect the drawing's performance even more. Looking at this drawing, I can see that I have a high quality shaded with edges view on the first sheet, along with a bill of materials. If I go over to the second sheet, I can see I have a front, top, and right hidden lines removed view with some baseline dimensions added. And then finally, the third sheet, I've got my view palette populated on the right side, and it's just blank. The first thing I'm going to do is open up my settings and go over some system options and document properties that are going to really help improve our drawing performance. So I opened up my settings using the gear icon up at the top. Going down the list, I'm going to first click on drawings, and I want to highlight this one that's called automatically populate the view palette with views. Loading and rebuilding the view palette takes time and can slow down performance in drawings. Typically, this is the default setting when you select make drawing from part or assembly, but we can turn this off to increase our drawing performance. Moving down the list here, I'm going to click on display style underneath my drawings. Within this option, we have settings for our edge quality for both our wireframe and our shaded views. Now, the typical default behavior in SOLIDWORKS is to have high quality for wireframe views and draft quality for shaded views. You could put these both at draft quality if you wanted to. You can also change your view quality after they've been created as well. So this is just another option to be aware of. Next, we have a performance underneath drawings in the system's options. Any of these checkboxes can be selectively deactivated to help improve your performance, so this is somewhere else you're going to want to take a look to increase your drawing speed. Moving down the list here, I'm going to go to the performance-specific system options. Now, there's several settings in this area that can benefit your SOLIDWORKS performance, but in particular, I want to highlight this load component lightweight option. This will significantly increase your performance on your assemblies and in turn, the drawings that reference those. If an assembly is experiencing low performance, the drawings that reference them will experience them as well. So modifying assembly settings to automate large assembly mode can help alleviate any performance issues when assemblies reach a specified threshold. Checkboxes here can suspend additional actions when large assembly mode is triggered. So not only do we have the ability to increase our assembly speed, we will increase our drawing speed as well. Next, I'm going to leave my system options and go into my document properties. Now these are coming from the template that was used to create your part, assembly, or drawing file and are saved within that template. Going down this list of options, I'll click on image quality. Now we have a whole video explaining what's going on in this section, but what you really need to know is the slider at the top is going to control your image quality on your shaded view edges. The slider below will control the quality of your wireframe and hidden lines removed, hidden lines visible edges. If I move the slider to the left, my deviation is increased, creating less lines. If I move my slider higher to the right, my deviation is decreased, creating more lines. Moving the slider farther to the right is going to decrease your performance, but increase the image quality on your screen. Now this does not necessarily affect your image quality if you were to export this as a PDF, as long as you have your export settings set to high quality. So finally, and most importantly on this list, if we click on performance at the bottom, you'll see that there's an option for detailing mode here called Save Model Data. Now, detailing mode is a great way to increase performance in drawings if you use it. If you do not use detailing mode, you should uncheck this because we're saving a lot of extra model data in your resolved drawings. But if you do use detailing mode, this is new in 2020. We can actually save model data within the drawing and then do a lot of standard drawing features like add dimensions, create annotations, link notes, things like that. You can even create views if you check include standard views in the view palette as well. So now I'm going to talk about open modes. If I go to open a drawing and select it but do not click it, you'll see there's a mode slider in my SOLIDWORKS Explorer here. Fully resolved is going to load all of the model data into your memory, so it is going to require the most amount of power from your machine. Lightweight mode only loads a subset of model data on an as-needed basis to perform operations like importing model items. Lightweight drawings can be resolved if more model data is needed to perform certain operations. And then finally, there's detailing mode. Now, the operations you can do in detailing mode are limited. It does not load any model data into your memory unless you had save model data checked in your document properties. If you had this checked, you'll be able to do basic functions like adding standard views, dimensions, and certain annotations, which will speed up your drawing dramatically. Right now, it's open in a fully resolved mode, which means it has all of the model data loaded into the memory, and I have my view palette populated as well. So I'll use the performance evaluation tool here just to kind of take a look at what we're dealing with. So it looks like it took 12.4 seconds to open, 2.8 seconds to rebuild. I can see the view palette took up some time here. I'm going to close this. Then close the drawing. I'll save all. That should take another couple of seconds. And then what I want to do is reopen this in both lightweight and detailing mode. So what I'll do is hit R on my keyboard, go to this drawing, and now I'm going to open it in lightweight mode. And we'll see how much quicker that opens. Now notice that my view changes to shaded instead of shaded with edges, which is going to save some performance as well. I'll rebuild the drawing. Now my open time is 10.5 seconds and total rebuild time is 1.1 second. Next, I'll close the drawing. I don't need to save it. I have it saved in my fully resolved mode. And now open it in detailing mode. Notice it opens almost instantaneously. Now because I'm in detailing mode here, I am kind of limited as to some of the things I'm going to be able to do. So if I go to my drawing command manager, you can see that there's not really a lot of options for different views. Some things I can do, if I go to my second sheet, I could still add some dimensions here. So I'm going to go ahead and add an ordinate dimension to this right view. Just kind of demonstrate how that would work. Pretty seamless. Also, because I checked include standard views in view palette, I have my view palette over on the right side here. So I could go ahead and just drag and drop a couple of views right onto my drawing sheet. They're always going to come in wireframe or hidden lines removed. You can change these if you set your drawing to resolved or lightweight as well. Notice I don't have any import annotation options, but for a lot of the commands you would normally do in a drawing, detailing mode is going to work just fine. So I highly recommend using detailing mode when you can. Besides that, I went over a bunch of different system options and document properties that you can use to really speed up your drawing performance. Don't forget to leave a comment for what videos you want to see next, and like and subscribe for more Hawk Ridge video content.